All right, and welcome back to the second half of our game. We have Team Titan versus Team Phoenix, and we're going to be starting off on Ilios on the Well, one of my favorite maps. They have 10 seconds to assemble their heroes. Then they have 30 seconds in their spawn room before the doors open. The map is symmetrical, so they both have the same amount of time to get to the point. This is the King of the Hill style, so that means that they must control the point here within the lighthouse up to 100%. If the enemy is on the point, they are contesting, but they have to remove the enemy entirely for the point to switch over to their favor. Here we see Team Phoenix, of course, with the Diva and Winston, with a Brigida and a Pharah. This is a bit of a dive goats-esque comp. Let's see if it pays off for them. As well as Titan, we're looking at a Hog with a Reinhardt as their tanks. Oh, and down goes Law for God. Goodbye to McCree, and goodbye to their Mercy, and goodbye to the Rhine. Looks like their Genji is going to narrowly skip with his life. No! Excelsior takes him out last second. It's going to be an easy take for Team Phoenix here. And that Lucio's not doing so well. They're going to try to sneak in through the house here. Alright, here they come. Looks like they're going to go for another approach. But the Reinhardt does not seem to be moving forward. It looks like... Oh, and he goes for the charge. Unfortunately, he hits the wall, does not manage to get anybody. He's swinging for that Monkey, but he's not getting much luck as Monkey jumps away, and they are down their Reinhardt. And there's some justice reigning on the point. Unfortunately, does not manage to get any kills. Law for God does manage to get one kill onto the Zenyatta for that ult, and another kill onto the Monkey, but it does not last. While the fight was technically even, looks like Phoenix continues to be dominant here on Ilios. Or Ilios Lighthouse, not Ilios Well, excuse me. Okay, looks like they're going to hold inside of point. They know that's where they are the strongest. The McCree's going to try to get some damage in, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do much here. And the Monkey jumps in. And in comes Brigida Rally with a double kill from the Winston. This Winston appears to be very dominant. And goodbye. My goodness. I'm not sure if Titan has even managed to touch the point yet in this game. The Monkey jumps in, but he backs out as he does not get anything. And in comes Titan's Monkey. That is Gun's on point, and in comes the Blade. Let's see if he can get any. He managed to get the Brigida. The Blade is dominant here. He manages to get the Zenyatta as well before being picked off. And they res the Brigida. It does not look like Titan will be able to touch point. So, first round here on Ilios goes to Team Phoenix. Good job for Phoenix.
Ready for battle.
Okay. We are here at Ilios Ruins, of course. Very famous as a Widowmaker map, but it does not appear as though either of the teams are going to be running a Widowmaker this time. It looks as though Titan's maybe going to be trying for a triple DPS composition. We're going to see how this goes for them. Reinhardt is their single tank, with a Lucio for the speed boost, and the Mercy for the heals, and the Pharah to control the skies. Let's see how it works out for them. Meanwhile, we are getting the mostly same comp coming out again from Phoenix. And this Monkey seems to be looking for a target, and managed to get some lightning damage done, some cleave damage done, but it does not appear to be enough. Pharaohs are in the sky. The Pharaohs are going for picks. And Titan loses their main tank. Not a good, especially against a Pharah. Oh, but they lose their Zenyatta, and the Mercy goes down. Looks like, again, this Winston is just beyond anything else we have seen. So dominant. Goodbye. Of course, the Pharah always worrisome. So it appears right now that the ult economy is in the favor of Phoenix, as they've got one ult, whereas Team Titan is looking to maybe build up the Pharah barrage. But Excelsior comes in, starts electrocuting the Mercy, but it gets pushed back. But the Mercy goes down to the D.Va. This is actually some fantastic tank play we're seeing from Excelsior and GRT02. They seem to have a very good synergy here on the D.Va Winston combination. And the Pharaohs are battling it out in the air. Looks like the Genji's trying to get in on the action. Of course, probably not going to be having much luck. And the Pharaoh goes for a retreat. Out comes a Deadeye. Oh, and look how many ults they've just used. Okay, so they now have the advantage. They need to get to the point. They need to capture the point as soon as possible. Phoenix is already at 50%. They've got a Pharah in the sky, of course. They're going to try to take that Pharah. And goodbye, Pharah. That was a fantastic retake, but they did use a lot of ults. And it looks like Phoenix is probably going to have the ult advantage here. They're looking at 3 ults. The Mercy from Team Titan will probably have her Valkyrie soon as well. But of course, with that monkey reigning supreme. Oh no. The D.Va bomb in the arrow manages to kill one. And they're even right now. Uh-oh, looks like Titan once again taking the upper hand as they take out the Pharah. Oh, this is just a straight up brawl on point. Damage all around. It looks like the monkey's not having much luck against... Oh, what a fantastic bubble from the Winston. Unfortunately, not going to be able to retake on that. They did use a few ults, but they're going to have 3 ults for this next fight. Titan, of course, sitting with the Valkyrie and probably a barrage soon. Let's see what they manage to do with this. The Pharah in the sky, trying to get as much poke damage as she possibly can. Try to break down that shield. Oh, but the Justice! The double Justice! Oh my goodness. But it looks like only the Phoenix's Justice was able to get anything done. The boot comes in. Goodbye, Ing. And it does look like Phoenix is going to be able to reflip. Law for God trying to get some picks onto that Pharah. At this point, McCree is going to be the one who probably needs to take care of that Pharah. Unless they can get a D.Va on their team, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to have that switch. Oh no! And down goes their own Pharah. She's trying to get that Mercy, but that Mercy's a slippery one. And in comes the flashbang. No good, no good. Does not able to get the kill. But goodbye to 3-4 of Titan. Once again, Phoenix looking dominant on this map. At this point, it's all about making sure they can't touch. They only have about 5 seconds. In comes the Pharah, but the Pharah needs to drop down. Goodbye. Good job, House Phoenix. A dominant performance with a 2-0 here on Ilios. While it did look a little murky there with Titan.
Play of the game.
And of course a good job to Excelsior. Let's check this play of the game. Just lets the other Winston jump in the back line. Knows that in fact her Winston is better and she can do all the cleaning up she needs. Beautiful jump. Well done. Let's see the scoreboard. Good job, House Phoenix. And we'll be right back.
Ready for battle. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Are you even trying?
Enemy turret destroyed.
Behind you! APM 좀 올려볼까? Matrix activated!
Area destroyed.
Get into position.
APM 좀 올려볼까?
Sorry about that. I'm a scuffed streamer and I had my microphone muted that whole time. Okay. And in comes the attack again. Say goodbye to the Torb turret. Say goodbye to the immortality field. But in comes the grid. But it does not matter, as 2 are now down from Team Titan. It looks as though Phoenix are very dominant on this push. The Molten Core comes out, but he does not manage to get much on to the point, and they're able to avoid it pretty easily. And unfortunately, the Junkrat ult was not a good idea in that moment.
Stop the payload.
Okay, so Titans are going to get set up on their defense here as the cart rolls through the streets. And it looks like there's 2 down already. I'm afraid I missed what happened there. But they're going to try to push the cart anyway. Of course, I think they're going to take their time and come back. Oh, and goodbye to their Zenyatta, and the Zenyatta res comes through. Looks like all 6 of them are now alive. There's a soldier trying to come in through back. Looks like no, he's decided that's not a good idea. He's going to go back and rejoin his team. And in comes the dive. But unfortunately, the Diva's not come with him. Oh, but in comes the Justice. Does not get many kills. There's a too much protection through. But they do manage to get 2 down. Of course, they lose their they lose their Zenyatta, unfortunately. And in comes the junk tire. And down goes the Devil. Of course, Devil here is subbing in for Never Die. Okay, it looks like this cart is going to continue moving. Let's see if this Zenyatta can get a pick off. Does not look like it yet. Good job. Team Phoenix managed to get point B here. Let's see what Titan is going to hold up for defenses here. And again, the cart continues to move. This is going to be a very tough call, of course, for Titan now. They've lost one of their DPS. In comes the Immortality Field. Now, they need to stay in that Immortality Field in order to be able to take its advantage. Unfortunately, they get pushed back. Oh, but Law for God managed to get a 2K with his High Noon. The monkey in the back line not able to get as much work done as they would like. And so it looks like that is the call for retreat from House Phoenix. But D.Va is not taking the retreat quite yet. Alright, and now they're backing up once again. What can D.Va do here? She's got a bomb. Unfortunately, she doesn't have much she can combo this bomb with from their side, but they do have 4 ults. They're definitely on the advantage on the ult economy. Oh, it looks like she's about to get demeched. But in comes Devil. The wonderful kill. Oh, and it's just an ult fiesta. Ults left and right. Oh, a big Junkrat tire. That was quite impressive from Gun. And they managed to push back Phoenix. Don't let that baby diva kill herself off that cliff. You want that ult charge. Good job, Titans. Okay. So, this is famous for being a very, very tough point to recapture if you lose the cart here around this corner. They have a couple of options. They can come around and take all of the fire that is they're going to be thrown by Titan, or they can try to come around from topside and get behind them, but they don't really have the comp for that since they are running a triple tank with a Pharah. But they managed to come down through the top once again, but they managed to get pushed back. And in comes the Diva Bomb. Is it going to get any kills? It does! It manages to get 2. That is exactly what Phoenix needed to get this cart rolling once again. They're going to push forward. They're going to be very aggressive. And of course, this Junkrat's going to be hiding out in the back. In comes the High Noon. Is he going to get any? He does not. The Diva manages to eat the High Noon. Not with her defense matrix, but with her body. And in comes Justice, and down she goes. It looks like Titan might actually be able to pull this one back out. Oh, and in comes the Shatter. In comes the Mine. Very well done, Titans. That is one heck of a defensive hold. Unfortunately, you're only looking at the grid as your only ult from Baptiste, but it does not look like Phoenix has much in the way either. Just 2 support ults, neither of them strong enough to really carry a team fight at this point. Alright, looks like they're gonna come in through main once again. I'm not sure where the Reinhardt is. The Reinhardt came in through the back, of course. The Reinhardt needs to be in front with his shield. That's Mr. Rectangle Man. His shield keeps you safe. That's what you need. It looks like the McCree's going to try to go around back for a very cheeky flank, but he does not manage to get anything done. Oh, he's going to try again. He's wanting to take a duel with that other McCree, but he's not having much luck. He's going to take out the Immortality Field, of course. And we've got an all-out brawl, and in comes the Grid from Baptiste, and in comes the High Noon from McCree, and he does manage to get a kill. They're actually even right now. It is 4v4, and Ing has popped Transcendence, or excuse me, Valkyrie, as well as the Rez coming in. It looks like Phoenix might be able to swing this one. Yes, they managed to take out the Reaper. And in comes the Junk Tire, only manages to get 1. This looks like a pretty even matchup right now. We're going to have to see what they're able to do. A lot of ults. Again, this Junkrat, so dominant. Phoenix is not sure what to do about this. Let's see where this Junkrat is hiding. He's up in the trees. He understands that he is the way to break the shield. If you've got too many tanks, Junkrat is your call. That's what you need. With only 3 seconds left. And the emergency Transcendence and a Shatter. Let's see if they can make this work. It does not look like it. Somehow, a Reaper managed to take out... Oh no, Reaper with the 4K. I think that they're going to be able to hold this one. Good job, Titan. A very commanding defense from Team Titan. Was not expecting that. Quite impressive.
Score 0-2.
All right. So they do not manage to get all 3 points, which means that all Titan needs to do is get the cart where once past this one. This is, of course, where they had managed to push it originally. And as soon as this cart disappears, what you'll see is the little golden box of victory, we call it, as to where they need to be pushing their cart. But let's go ahead and join our team in the defender's spawn, and let's see what kind of comp we're going to be getting from them. And out they come with the Torbjorn. And a Brigitte. Very interesting. A Brigitte choice. There she goes. Brig, of course, considered one of the very dominant of the support, usually not even played as a support. While she is classified as a healer, she's mostly played as a damage dealer just due to her utility and her reliability in that role. So it looks like we're going to have an Orisa Torbjorn cheese comp with the D.Va for protection, Brigitte to get the stuns. Ing is going to be playing Anna for the large amount of heals, and Win, of course, on the Zenyatta. Whereas here from the attackers, we have the Monkey and the D.Va. A very good combination to dive with Genji on attack. Gonna make this dive a little bit more palpable. Unfortunately, Moira's not much of a dive healer. We're gonna see what they do with it. McCree, not as useful as well. Looks like they're gonna try to go for high ground. They're a little split up right now. They need to decide where they're gonna go, what they're gonna do. I think they're gonna decide to go through this tiny room. And it looks like, of course, Phoenix is ready for them. They're waiting on the high ground on the other side. The ability to just pump out lots and lots of damage. And they're coming in, of course. And in comes Orisa, but the immortality field comes down, keeping them all alive while they get healed, but it goes down, of course, due to the Zenyatta. The jump comes in. Oh, but unfortunately, Harry Rare is not going to be able to do much damage as a lone Winston against all 6 people stacked up in a bunker comp. And in comes the Molten Core from the Torbjorn, knowing how to make that ult matter. Goodbye, Moira. That was a very dominant performance from Phoenix here. Yes, that hammer. Let's hammer them enemies. It's a very good hold here from Phoenix. No changes from Titan quite yet. Looks like they're going to try to use these ults. And they're sticking to that Baptiste. Baptiste appears to be a very popular hero right now. The Moira is unfortunately by herself. I'm not sure where she's planning on going. But they are ready with this bunker comp here. It looks like it's going to be a wraparound. They're going to try to come around back, and they're going to try to come around through the door into here. But in comes the Torbjorn. And in comes Baptiste ult. But it does not look like McCree's going to be able to get much with that because of the shield. Oh, the Molten Core in the hallway. The worst place to have it. You cannot escape it. Oh, this is not looking good for Titans at all. Very unfortunate. It looks like that is the call for the retreat. He's going to try to get a cheeky pick onto the Zenyatta. Unfortunately, oh no, there appears to be a Torbjorn in your back line, taking out all of your healers. This Torbjorn, my goodness. Aunt, why didn't you join us earlier for the first game? A very dominant performance. And in comes the Monkey. It looks like she's going to try to get some kills as well. And down goes the Torbjorn. Finally, they're able to kill. Looks like they're up by 2 at this point. This is probably where they're going to be able to turn this around. A D.Va bomb, unfortunately, not going to be able to kill anything because there's 2. Oh! Manages to kill the Moira. I'm not sure where that Moira was standing, but it was definitely the wrong spot. In comes the bongos from Orisa. The Monkey tries to jump on the Orisa, but unfortunately, they're not going to be able to get much done there. Out comes the Transcendence. Onto point. Going to try to keep that D.Va alive. Orisa's holding high ground, but the Genji trying to ward her off did not work. Genji's all by himself now with the deflect, trying to escape with his life. I do not think he's going to be able to. Nope. Taken out by the D.Va. Once again, a very dominant performance from Phoenix. So unfortunately, at this point, Titan only has 30 seconds to capture this point. If Titan has managed to capture the point, they're going to get extra time on the clock. But this is their last push. We need to see them pull out some huge combos with these ultimates. Unfortunately, there's not much here really to combo. Yes, that was exactly what I expected to happen. Out comes the McCree ult, but unfortunately it's makes him very limited in his mobility. Oh, and out comes both the D.Va bombs now. Of course, Excelsior used the D.Va bomb just to remech. Having your mech is much better than being able to set up your bomb correctly. And that looks like it is it. Phoenix is going to go ahead and take round 2 as well. Good job, House Phoenix. A very dominant performance. Let's see this play of the game, shall we? Who do you think it is? Harry Rary Of course, with the 4K that ended the first round. The die. Of course, you only saw the 3K, but what you didn't see was he managed to kill somebody before that. So he actually managed to get 5 kills in that round. All right, let's see the scoreboard. Congratulations to House Phoenix. A very dominant performance. Once again, House Phoenix is going to be moving on to the finals.